The film community generally takes a politically correct line when it comes to public comments about climate change and environmental accountability. But there's a degree of hypocrisy in these pronouncements because when it comes to its impact on the environment, the film industry has been a big offender. Now there's an effort underway to turn things around. Film sets are incredibly wasteful places. Vast resources are routinely gathered, only to be disposed of before it's off to another location. But there's a campaign underway to make Hollywood production green. Producer Lydia Pilcher has been greening every film that she produces for the last 12 years. She knows it's a big challenge to bring about environmental accountability in the industry.
Absolutely. It could be an independent film from 50 to 75 to 100 people. A studio film could be 100 to 200. The miniseries I'm about to do, the crew size will be 350 people. That's cast and crew before you start bringing in all your background extras. So if you think about what it takes to move this group of people around in a mobile way from set to set, the transportation, the energy involved, and then you get to creating the world of the movie. The sets, the scenery, all of the art department, the props, the wardrobe. So you're really running like a little civilization to make a movie set. So everywhere you go, you're creating things and leaving a big carbon footprint.
We as an industry can be very progressive in our content, but when it comes to our practice, we are not so much typically.
Emily O'Brien in New York is co-founder of Earth Angel, a company that will work with different film productions to make them more green.
So our model at Earth Angel is really about providing the strategy, the staff, the stuff, and the stats to help shows shoot sustainably, the 4 S's, as we refer to it. We actually recruit, train, and supervise eco-production assistants on every show we work on. So there's always a dedicated individual who is overseeing and maintaining a show's sustainability efforts. That level of accountability makes the entire initiative just goes so much more smoothly and is so much more effective. And the level of environmental impact assessment reporting that we provide is pretty tremendous in terms of here's how many plastic water bottles you avoided, all the way up into here's your carbon footprint. And really digesting that, breaking it down into ways that are digestible for cast and crew to understand.
What is it that motivates a studio to get involved in sustainability and thinking about issues like the environment, because their main aim obviously is to turn a profit, isn't it?
I was very impressed when I learned that the Hollywood studios have been calculating their carbon footprints for years. The footprint of their studios, the equipment, the technology, the generators, all the sound stages. And they had been aware that this was an issue that was in our future to be dealt with. I think any corporation that is, has these capital investments and are aware of what the current science is, which is pretty undeniable. The planet is heating up, things are changing, things need to change more. There's a level of social responsibility, and ultimately it is an economic factor to really get on board with what the reality is and deal with it.
So how much difference can these committed organisations and individuals make? Can they really bring down the carbon footprint of a film during production?
Where a typical production, I would say their carbon footprint was 10 years ago. We're probably down to about 1/3 of that for the ones that are implementing these initiatives. And our goal is that, eventually we get to carbon neutrality and the end goal of decarbonization, really.
Emily O'Brien may be a small operator, but she's got some big endorsements. She helped make the amazing Spider-Man 2 the most eco-friendly blockbuster in Sony Pictures history, showing she has the support of some of the biggest players in the industry. It seems efforts to turn Hollywood green have taken root and are here to stay.